everyone, welcome back. So today we are in my plant room. This is a room you'll see way more of once it gets colder outside, but today I figured we could have a cup of coffee and unbox some seeds I recently just ordered. You may be wondering why I ordered seeds at the very end of growing year, but I have a good reason. So if you haven't heard the rumor kind of floating around the internet, there could be a possible seed shortage next year because of everything that happened this year. There were so many people that got into gardening and there was so many seed companies that could not keep up. If you go to a lot of seed companies, a lot of their stock is currently sold out. I was able to get my hands on a lot of varieties that I've been wanting to grow. There are a few I'm gonna have to keep my eyes out on because they were sold out everywhere. But today I actually have boxes from Botanical Interest and Baker Creek. Botanical Interest were actually one of the very first seeds I've ever used, and I actually really like them. And then I really like Baker Creek. They give you a little free surprise seed, and they also have free shipping, which I think is awesome. I actually kind of forget some of the things I ordered, so this will be kind of a surprise for the both of us, because like I said, I stocked up on quite a few things. So, and I don't think I have a knife or anything. Let's see. I have like a little pin in here I can use. So next year, I really want to do a few different paste varieties of tomatoes. I want to do also some melons, so I do have a melon in here. All right, so let's see. I've never actually ordered seeds from Botanical Interest. My local nursery just normally carries them, but they actually haven't lately. That's cool. It's a little guide on seed starting. So they actually send you a little thank you seed packet as well. This looks just like a lettuce mix. This is awesome. So it matures in 20 to 45 days, and I actually believe I have close to 40 days till my next frost. So I actually might find a home for these tonight when I do some gardening. So what I got from them, I got some red onion, so Cabernet onion. I actually want to start onions from seed this year. I did not do well this year. I tried to regrow onions from other onions because it was kind of a last minute thing for me. And from all of my research as of lately, a lot of people say when you get like the little bulb starts, you really don't get many onions from that. So I will probably be starting onion seeds. My guess is like December or January. That way I can get starts out in my garden by March. Next up, we have oregano, which is one I started this year, but it was really slow growing initially. And I started it at the beginning of the garden season. And at that time, I didn't have as much gardening space as I currently do. This garden has expanded greatly throughout this whole time if you've watched along throughout this whole season with me. So this is one I can't wait for. I personally love growing my own herbs, creating my own spices, drying stuff. It has the best flavor ever, believe me. It's so amazing, so I'm really hyped to have some oregano. Next up, we have a flower. We have some cosmos, which I had some cosmos in my garden last year, and I really liked them. So I wanted to get more in my garden for next year. You'll actually notice the next two are also flowers as well. I want to create a little bit more diversity when it comes to the flower department. Next year, I really only had hyssop and sunflowers in my garden this year, so I wanted to create a little bit more variety. But next up, we actually have a sunflower, but it's a really cool sunflower. So it is the Goldie Honey Bear. So I think this is awesome. I have personally only seen this variety once. I saw a picture of it on Instagram, and then when I was going through seeds, I saw that they had it, and I was like, yes, I must try this. I personally have never seen this sunflower in person, and I love sunflowers. They're probably my favorite flower ever, so very excited about this. So last with Botanical Interest, we have some zinnias. This is a cut and come again variety, which I'm very excited about. I had cut and come again sunflowers, which I still currently do out in the garden right now. And I'm gonna seed save those. And those were my favorite by far because you can just keep cutting flowers, put a nice vase on your table, and it's just so beautiful. And bees love them. All right, so let's open up my Baker Creek one now. All right, so first up, we have the Boston pickling cucumber. This year, I had a hybrid variety of cucumber that did very well, but I wanted to get my hands on an heirloom variety because obviously seed saving is a little bit easier with heirlooms. If you don't know what I'm talking about, so heirlooms are known to produce the same thing every year. When you have a hybrid variety, there's a good chance if you save those seeds, you might not be getting the exact same fruit or veggie the next year. With everything going on and me getting my seeds obviously early this year and also seed seed saving. I was really upset when I realized that I had a hybrid variety and not an heirloom, just because I wanted to make sure I had those really nice pickling cucumbers. A lot of people fell in love with the pickles I created this year, so I wanted to have a consistent product year after year, and hence why I wanted an heirloom variety. So long story short, pickling cucumber. Next up, we have loofah. So if you don't know, you can actually grow your own loofah sponge, and I was so upset I forgot about this year, because this was one I really wanted to grow at the end of last year for this year and completely forgot. So now that I'm gonna have even more trellises up throughout the garden next year, I am so hyped about doing my own loofah sponges. This is going to be such a fun new variety. So next up, we have another onion variety. This is the yellow sweet Spanish onion. And again, I really just wanted to grow my own onion from seed. I have to start them again very early. So this is another one we will probably be starting at the end of December, beginning of January would be my guess. So next up, we have 3 tomato varieties. We have the Amish paste, we have the San Marzano, and we also have the Roma. These are all paste varieties, which I am so excited about. I did only Roma this year, and it did fairly well. It's currently producing 10 times more than it did toward the beginning of the season. Initially, I had problems with pollinators not really showing up until about mid-season this year. So I'm hoping that I get a decent amount more before a frost comes, but I'm really excited to try San Marzano and Amish paste. Those are gonna be 2 new varieties for me next year. So next up, we have the Serrano pepper, which my very first year gardening, I don't know how this happened. There must have been a seed mix-up or something. So I grew majority jalapenos and habaneros my very first year growing. Then out of nowhere, there was this pepper plant that looked nothing like my others, nor did I have any other seeds because it was my first year growing. And to my knowledge, it was a Serrano. And I fell in love with Serranos after that summer because I didn't even know what a Serrano pepper was. It's actually a little bit hotter than a jalapeno, but not as hot as a cayenne. Very, very yummy if you dice it and throw it in a stir fry. So next up, we have a variety that I'm very, very excited about. I personally have never done anything melon related, so this is going to be an all new one for me, but I'm very pumped. So this is the Charente melon. It is a French oh gosh, why am I drawing a blank on the name? Cantaloupe. It's a French cantaloupe that only actually ends up being 2 to 3 pounds. So this variety I think is going to be perfect for trellising, and plus I love cantaloupe. So I'm very, very, very excited to try this one. And last but not least, we have another free variety from Baker Creek, which I think is awesome when you order seeds and they give you like a nice little free thank you variety. They gave me a red Russian or ragged Jack kale, which I have never had like a red kale before. So this takes about 8 weeks. So this will be a little bit too late to start this year. I'll wait for next year for that one, but I'm definitely excited to try this little salad mix. I'll put that in my new garden bed that I put up last week. So if you have not seen, I put up a really awesome video. If you're looking for a cheap option for a garden bed, I ordered one of the cheapest ones you could order on Amazon. This was actually the cheapest one I could find for an 8x4, and I love 8x4 garden beds. So if you haven't seen that video, I will link it below. So I just noticed that on the back of the seed packets, it actually states packed for 2021. This is on every seed packet from both companies. So this to me means that they're already in their 2021 stash. So maybe the rumor is true that seed companies may be going through a seed shortage next year. So let this be your warning that if you're wanting to try any new varieties next year, maybe go ahead and get your hands on some of them, because that's crazy. But I'm gonna go ahead and get these seeds organized in my little organizer here and drink some coffee. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little seed unboxing. If you guys like this video and would like to support my channel, please give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, or hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys all next time. Bye!